Buck Davidson completing the first of his 3 tests here at Rolex, Kentucky, and Park Trader going first of the 3. Kind of tell us a little bit about your ride on him and your thoughts on it overall.
Yeah, I mean, it surely had some mistakes, and, he held it together. This is the first time in a big ring, and so I was proud of him. I made a couple little mistakes. I swapped in the counter canter, which was a bit disappointing, because that's the way he's usually good. And, he held it together. He's sort of a work in progress, but I was proud of him. He kept it together, and, the mistakes were mine.
Well, for so many of these big-time riders, you normally are used to riding so many different horses at so many levels at a show. So how relieving is it to go in and you just have one test to focus on here this weekend?
Yeah, well, it's in some ways it's good, in some ways it's bad, but it's nice to be able to just focus on these guys, and, all 3 of them are good. And, so we have 2 more later, and hopefully, this will be Kobe's weak link. And, so hopefully we can keep improving the rest of the weekend.
Well, he'll also get to go first out of your bunch on cross country. And, how do you think that sits overall with the group of horses you have, riding him first out of the 3 for you?
Well, it was very kind and I think a great move for the TD to allow us to pick. And so I picked, my order sort of according to that. Kobe's a little bit of an unknown, he'll gallop forever. I don't know if he'll do 2 strides or 3 strides in some places, and I probably shouldn't tell him. But it's good. He'll give me a good sense of what the course is like. He's very brave. There's a lot of jumping out there, so he's got to pay attention the whole way. But, I sort of did that order on purpose. Then I'll have a little bit more knowledge for Martimore second, and then obviously Reggie comes last, and so we'll see how the weather holds up. And, this place when it gets wet is difficult. So it's supposed to rain a little bit Saturday, but we'll see.
Right. Well, you've ridden here so many times now, Buck, and these horses, obviously, 2 fairly newbies to this level, but you'll then have Reggie, who will go last, kind of a longtime partner of yours, and we'll chat with you again before cross country, obviously, but just, Derek's courses are incredible, but they definitely keep coming at you. Have you walked, and your thoughts kind of on this course as a whole here in Kentucky?
Yeah, I think it's always beautifully presented here. And, I think, I said there's sort of 75% of the jumping in the first half of the course. And, then he lets you, have some long runs and some long gallops. And so, I sort of think people are going to be sort of 20 to 30 seconds down at the quarry. And then if you sort of quietly, if you still have horse, then you can, get home. And I think, you'll see people flying at the end. But, I think it's a great course. There's just, everything's on just a little bit of an angle. Everything's got a little bit of an accuracy question. And so it's going to be a challenge, that's for sure.
All right. Well, always a challenge here, obviously at the 4-star level, but we wish Buck the best of luck. And your first dressage test completed. So congratulations on that. We'll look forward to watching the other 2 go.
Awesome. Thanks, man.